Welcome to We Use Our Powers for Good. We're Dory and Meg, two sisters, 10 years apart, using our powers for good. We talk about grief, life, love, and everything in between, with humor, honesty, and the hope that what we're learning might help you too. This is what it looks like to practice compassion, hold boundaries, and stay connected, even when life gets messy. We're so glad you're here. Welcome back to We Use Our Powers for Good. I'm Dory. This is Meg. I haven't introduced this in a while. My gosh, I'm Dory. This is Meg. We're like sisters. If certainly if you're just joining us and you haven't watched the last 36 episodes, I mean, you could go do that and catch up, or otherwise, this is our year in review. Our year in review of our brother passing away. Our brother killed himself a year ago next week, and we're just going back and feeling the feelings and naming some things. If you missed the first episode in this series, we just kind of went back to what we felt like when we first heard and just how hard and sad that was. And today we're going to talk about when the world doesn't know what to do with your grief. Um, Holy fucking crap. Was super disappointed by lots of people.
Lots of people,
Lots of
close people.
Gosh, and now that you say that, I'm like, oh my gosh, I really forgot about the high volume of individuals that just could not get their shit together and projected their garbage on us and how that felt like shit. And what that means is, and I mean this from a place of just openness, like I'm not judging, right? But someone that I would see and knew that my brother died, and then I maybe didn't see them for a month or 2 months, and then I would see them and then they wouldn't say a word about it. And I was like, what the fuck, are you kidding?
How about those people that never said anything right away?
Right. Oh my God, right. Like literally my brother just killed himself like 3 hours ago, and you can't be troubled to, yeah. And on the one hand, it speaks to that person and their experience and they don't know better, or they've never had someone die, or they have never known what to say their whole lives. This will be a little learning, and I don't mean to have like a jackass look on my face with a little bit of sarcasm.
But you suck.
We're stuck, and we also don't want you to continue to suck. So
Right, right. We can do better.
we can do better. So we'll give you some ideas at the end. I want to talk through a little bit more too. So one is you don't know what you don't know, and you're sitting here and you don't know. Hey, in the future, you know someone that lost someone. I don't care how they passed away or what that looks like. It has nothing to do with you. What does have something to do with you is that's your friend or your sister or your cousin or your neighbor. And you can be a lovely human being and say something, just anything. So actually, let's do that now. So one can just be like, I don't know what to say. I just want you to know I'm thinking of you. I don't know what to say. I was really sorry to hear about that. I love you. I don't know what to say. Hugs. Like,
Right. A heart emoji. Something.
something, something. Yeah, because I had people that was the case, and that was kind of more obvious. And when I say when someone's projecting, someone's really uncomfortable, and I could see that. So you could see that, like, if you're tuned in the way that we are, our brother killed himself, and literally you can see every molecule of air. You can see everything becomes really cellular. And the unfortunate byproduct of that is you can see right into people and see where they are, which that maybe was just as painful in some ways.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so someone's really uncomfortable and they don't know what to say. And then their uncomfortableness, they start saying things that are even more uncomfortable. So it becomes like this uncomfortable spiral, which is not fair that I should have to endure your discomfort.
Then turns into distance, then turns into when was the last time we spoke, then turns into these XYZ explanations of why you're not connecting.
Right. So on the one hand, the positive of losing someone is that if someone in your life is a dinkus, they're going to make their way out if they can't deal. Right. So then I maybe wanted to know that you couldn't step up to support me when things got hard. Good to know. Right. Separately, that I think was as sad sometimes was to realize, and I had a couple of people I would have said were good friends, and they just couldn't deal at all. They wanted old Dory back and even use words to that tempo. And it was like, well, I mean, I was even having to defend myself at one point, which I was like, wait, okay, check, I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's sad and it's real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think about this cycles of grief that I've had this year and that window of time, like I think back to right when he died, it was this, there's this window of time where you can overshare, you're just reacting and you don't have that awareness of what you're putting out there,
You're so raw.
right? And then that window closes and you're, who are my people? Who are the people I can go to? Is it a support group? Is it therapy? Is it, and in this case, I'm not, I wanted my people.
Mhm.
So to ask my people for that space was new for me
Mhm.
because I'm so aware of like it's all too heavy. There's so much going on. Everyone, and it's like, is this life right now? Is it my age? What is this? But it seems to be on my tail at all times in so many ways.
Yeah.
In a new way that I'm healthy, I feel good, and I see it, right?
Mhm.
So asking my friends to step forward more, which is I've never done before.
Mhm.
But
How
I'm
how
like,
was that?
it's been extraordinary because everyone else is also like, I have this depth of pain also that I want to,
Mm.
I want a good person to be there for me.
Mm.
Because when people say, oh, I'm there for you, but are you really?
We're gonna find out.
Can we schedule this time to go there?
Mm.
Which is what I've been doing. It's like, can we go have a workout and then walk on the beach and cry
Mm.
together?
It just sounds beautiful.
It's beautiful, but to ask permission for that and then to find the people that are willing to go there.
Mhm.
So I'm like, I'm not taking this in. I just like, that's my current mantra. I'm not taking this in.
Right.
Not, I'm not avoiding it
No.
and I'm not burying it. I'm not putting it on a shelf. Well, I'm putting it on a shelf when I need to.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, let's sort this out and set
Yeah.
it free.
Well, and to give context, certainly we're not saying that all of Meg's friends are these high level something. They were human beings that showed up and were willing to be vulnerable and curious with Meg while she grieved.
And I'm talking about two people.
Yeah, but I'm just I mean, I'm just being clear.
Right,
Like
right.
you can show up for someone and not know what the fuck you're doing
Oh,
because there's no
absolutely.
rules, and it just means like being present and listening and not having to say anything.
Yeah, and not cut me off, not change the subject, not tell me it's okay when I'm sobbing. Oh, yeah, right. You
Right.
know the energy of
Yeah.
that, and it's someone who's just like, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. And it's super meaningful. And also there's not a rule book. You just if you feel compelled, you just show up and you just ask the person like if you could name something that you need, do you know what you need? And then if not, may I bring you a meal? And then if they say yes, then it's your job to name some meal options, right?
right,
You're trying to make this as easy as possible for the person who lost someone.
yeah,
Yeah. And also like, cause this is a whole other thing. So in my case, I did the opposite. I had my partner, I had you guys, siblings, I had my kids, and certainly it was not my kids' job to take care of me, but that's kind of where my energy was. And I really minimally communicated and connected with people in those first like 3 or 4 or 5 months and just needed very little interacting with people and just asked my tightest friends just to reach out with some emojis because that felt good. But I certainly kind of had some intermediary friends that don't live here that communicated with me once. They didn't know better. Like they lost people too and knew to reach out, which was great. And then my awareness was like a whole other level of, oh, and I think because he killed himself, like I want you to reach out a little bit more. But I didn't have the bandwidth to ask for that. Certainly I've circled around and had those conversations with some of those friends now. But I mean, just the awareness too is if you're reaching out to someone, you can't over connect.
right.
You can't over empathize and be present for someone.
I
Oh, it's too much. You texted me a month ago and said,
I did feel I had some friends that were a little like too many questions.
oh, but that's different.
Right.
Talk about that.
I it's one thing to be like an open-ended statement. It's another thing to be question town.
Yeah.
Like, what about this? And what about this? And what about this? What about this? Have you thought about this? And it's like,
Right. But even as simple as like, I love you, I'm thinking of you, I'm
period.
here for you, period. Versus, how are you?
How are you?
The fuck I am gonna spend my time putting together an answer for you? No.
Might copy and paste something from a couple
No.
days
And
ago.
also I love that you're connecting, but just as a learning, that's a lot of work
Yeah.
for whoever just lost someone. And that's not my responsibility to make you feel good.
No.
No. really ever.
And then it's, even if you answer, it's another question. It's like, okay,
Too many questions.
how do I get out of this?
Yes, how do I get out of this? For sure, for sure. So, so the learning at a minimum here is, if you know someone in your life that lost someone, reach out and say anything. And if you know, the better that you know them, get in front of them, send them a card, text. I mean, texting is really appropriate now, right? Text them something. And then also stay at it and see if it feels important that you connect more. And I point here, because if you keep thinking about it, you're wanting to do something. You don't, there's no right or wrong here as far as connecting goes.
Yeah.
Connect, let them know that you love them and you're there for them, and err on the side of connecting versus not connecting. And then we're going to add the piece in there. No questions. So don't ask questions unless you're going to do something for them.
Right.
Which doing things is lovely. Minimal questions. Hey, can I bring you a meal? Yes. Which day is best? Just name the day, Monday through Friday. Great. Wednesday. Here's 4 options of food. Pick one. They pick the option. Great. I'm going to drop this. I was going to say salami.
No salami.
No salami. I'm going to drop the meal off on Wednesday. Bye. Right. So,
Right.
keep it nice and simple. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's, I was just gonna say, this time around in this grief, it's become clear what I need.
Sure.
You know, let's say the first 6 months were sort of, or 3, 4 months were unclear, then the 6 months, you know.
Yeah.
But at this point, it's like, I've learned, I think I told you, I did tell you, my love language word is when I hear people say things are perfect to me. That feels really good. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
The words inner peace feel really good.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I start to seek out these little things, how do I get there sooner? You know what I mean? It's like, okay,
Yeah.
when I'm struggling, I'm like, inner peace. I'm like, oh, this feels so good.
Right.
And if someone says it's perfect to me, I'm like, oh,
whoa, right here. Yeah.
and to say that out loud.
Yeah.
And so I was, what was it? We were at wherever we were the other day, and you all just kept telling me perfect. I'm like, oh, that is too much. It's too much. But to have that learning,
Mm-hmm.
naming it, and to get that clarity of what feels good.
Yeah.
Feels, and naming it with my friends, and that came after many months.
Yeah. And to be fair, that isn't something a lot of people know how to do to begin with.
Yeah.
So certainly we're giving you permission that if you don't really ever know what you need, you're at least trying some things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other thing that I would say is that it's, if you're reaching out and connecting with someone because you love and care about them and they just lost someone, it's not your job to fix or change anything. It is simply your job to show up and listen. And even if you sit there for a super long time and it's quiet and it's uncomfortable, sit there and do that.
Yeah.
That's the least you can do. And also, because you don't need to fix or change anything, you just got to sit there and deal with your own discomfort.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which that could be a whole series.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So thank you for being here. This is episode 2 in our 6-part series about grief and loss and coming out the other end. So we will see you next time. Thanks for being here. This is what healing can look like, together with tools, laughter, and love. If this conversation meant something to you, share it with someone who could use it. And if you want more of what real connection sounds like, hit subscribe and come along. Thanks for joining us on We Use Our Powers for Good.